In tonight's Fact or Fiction, we are looking into yet another claim about The Simpsons predicting a big news event. The story this time is that the iconic TV show eerily predicted the outbreak of the coronavirus. A series of images put out online claims to show a 1993 episode in which residents of Springfield experienced various symptoms.
From world politics to technology, The Simpsons has been oddly accurate. But what did they see coming for 2025? For over 3 decades, The Simpsons has been dropping hints about what's coming next. And frankly, it's getting a little creepy how accurate they've been. From Trump's presidency to smartwatches, from Disney buying Fox to Lady Gaga's Super Bowl halftime show, this yellow family has nailed prediction after prediction. And now, well, let's just say their 2025 forecasts are already starting to come true in ways that'll make your jaw drop. Stick around, because the predictions for this year are some of the most shocking yet, and you'll want to see how they line up with real events. The phenomenon that can't be explained. Let's get one thing straight. The Simpsons isn't your average cartoon. This animated masterpiece has been running since 1989, giving us over 750 episodes of pure comedic gold. But here's where things get absolutely mind-blowing. Somewhere between the laughs and the iconic dough moments, the show's creators seem to have developed an uncanny ability to peek into the future. From coronavirus to Lady Gaga's Super Bowl performance to the Apple Vision Pro,
Lady Gaga get her inspiration for her Super Bowl halftime show from, of all things, The Simpsons?
The Simpsons seem to have predicted everything in our future. We're talking about dozens of predictions that have come true with scary accuracy. And trust me, when I say scary, I mean genuinely spine-tingling. Think about it. How does a cartoon about a dysfunctional family in Springfield somehow manage to forecast real-world events with such precision? Some viewers even wonder if the show's creators have a time machine. How can the Simpsons characters so frequently find themselves in situations that happen in real life? The show has predicted everything from technological breakthroughs to political upheavals, from celebrity scandals to global pandemics. And here's the kicker. They don't just get the general idea right. They nail specific details that make you wonder if Matt Groening and his team have some sort of crystal ball hidden away in their writer's room. But 2025? Oh boy. 2025 is shaping up to be their most accurate year yet. The predictions they made years ago are now unfolding right before our eyes, and some of them are so spot on that they're making headlines worldwide. The political prophecies taking shape. Let's dive into the political arena, where The Simpsons has been absolutely ruthless with their accuracy. The second time The Simpsons took a peek into the future, Lisa has become president of the United States. In a cabinet meeting, she offhandedly mentions, "We inherited quite the budget crunch from President Trump." Now, here's where things get interesting for 2025. The show has been hinting at major political shifts, and with the current political landscape, some fans are speculating whether we might see more dramatic changes in leadership. Though it didn't happen with Hillary Clinton, America will eventually get a female president in 2025. The speculation around political predictions has been heating up social media platforms. With Joe Biden dropping out and Kamala taking the current presidency, and with the 2024 elections ongoing, Kamala would become the president in 2025, thereby fulfilling the prediction made by The Simpsons. While this didn't play out exactly as some expected, the conversation around female leadership continues to be relevant. But it's not just about the presidency. The show has touched on everything from international relations to domestic policies. Aside from this, the show also made predictions about the Russia-Ukraine war, which indeed came true. The geopolitical tensions that we're seeing play out in 2025 bear striking resemblances to scenarios depicted in various episodes. What's particularly fascinating is how the show doesn't just predict events, it predicts the atmosphere around them. The political polarization, the media coverage, even the public reactions seem to mirror what we saw in Springfield years before it happened in the real world. Technology taking over. Now let's talk tech, because this is where The Simpsons really flexes their prophetic muscles. The Simpsons' predictions for 2025 are? Let's find out together. The Simpsons' predictions for 2025 virtual reality, and boy, are they hitting the mark. Virtual reality has exploded in 2025 in ways that mirror exactly what we saw in Springfield years ago. The show depicted people becoming completely immersed in virtual worlds, losing touch with reality, and becoming dependent on digital experiences for everything from social interaction to basic entertainment. Sound familiar? With the latest VR headsets becoming mainstream and people spending hours in virtual environments, we're living through this prediction right now. But that's just the beginning. In one of the episodes, Homer and other teachers are asked to teach AI robots. Fast forward to 2025, and we're seeing AI integration in education at unprecedented levels. Teachers are literally working alongside AI systems, just like Homer did in that episode. The parallels are so striking that educators are sharing clips from the show on social media, joking about how their daily reality now matches a cartoon from decades ago. The show also predicted the rise of smart homes, autonomous vehicles, and even specific tech company mergers that seemed impossible at the time, but are now part of our everyday reality. Apple's Vision Pro, which many consider the most advanced consumer VR device ever created, bears an uncanny resemblance to technology shown in The Simpsons years before anyone thought such devices were possible. What's really mind-bending is how the show predicted not just the technology itself, but how society would react to it. The addiction, the social isolation, the way it would change human relationships, all of it was there in The Simpsons first. The entertainment industry shakeups. The entertainment world has been turned upside down in 2025, and once again, The Simpsons saw it coming. From streaming wars to celebrity culture shifts, the show has been eerily accurate about how our entertainment landscape would evolve. The incident that occurred during Coldplay's July 16, 2025 concert at Gillette Stadium is gaining viral attention on the internet. The theory is centered around The Simpsons Season 28 episode Kiss Kiss. In the segment,
what should have been a cute kiss cam moment took an awkward turn at a Coldplay concert.
Homer and Marge are shown on the kiss cam at a baseball game. This recent viral moment has fans going absolutely crazy about how specific The Simpsons predictions can get. We're not just talking about general themes here. We're talking about specific scenarios playing out in real life that match cartoon scenes frame by frame. The show predicted the rise of reality TV culture, the way social media would dominate entertainment, and even specific award show moments. Lady Gaga's Super Bowl performance was predicted down to the costume details. Disney's acquisition of major entertainment properties was shown years before any such deals were even rumored in Hollywood. But 2025 has brought us even more specific entertainment predictions coming true. The way celebrities interact with fans, the types of content that go viral, even the specific platforms that would dominate, it's all there in episodes from years past. The music industry transformations we're seeing in 2025, with AI-generated music and virtual concerts becoming mainstream, were all depicted in The Simpsons episodes that most people dismissed as purely fictional at the time. Social phenomena and cultural shifts. This is where things get really fascinating, and maybe a little unsettling. The Simpsons didn't just predict technology and politics. They predicted how we, as a society, would behave and react to major changes. Have we been silently controlled by the government for many years unknown to us? Will we see this play out even more in 2025? This topic has been a goldmine for conspiracy theorists who exploit the opportunity of such a discourse to showcase their many theories on the subject of entertainment and the government. The rise of conspiracy theories, the way information spreads through social media, the polarization of public opinion, all of these social phenomena were depicted in The Simpsons years before they became defining characteristics of our current era. Through the years, many have been astonished by the predictions made by The Simpsons coming to pass one by one. From the death of Kobe Bryant to an accurate prediction of a Super Bowl scoreline, the series has proven itself to be an accurate predictor of future events. The show predicted how social media would change the way we communicate, how culture would emerge, and even how certain types of content would go viral. They showed us a world where everyone would have a platform to share their opinions, where information would spread faster than ever before, and where the line between entertainment and reality would become increasingly blurred. In 2025, we're seeing all of these predictions play out in real time. The way people react to news, the speed at which trends emerge and disappear, the role of influencers in shaping public opinion, it's all there in the Simpsons episodes from years ago. What's particularly striking is how the show predicted the psychological effects of constant connectivity and information overload. The anxiety, the shortened attention spans, the need for instant gratification, they were accurate forecasts of how technology would change human behavior. Economic predictions hitting home. Now talk about money, because The Simpsons has been surprisingly accurate about economic trends too. The show predicted various market crashes, the rise of cryptocurrency, though they called it something else, and even specific business models that would emerge decades later. The gig economy that dominates 2025? The Simpsons showed us characters working multiple part-time jobs and side hustles years before anyone used terms like freelancer or gig worker. They depicted a world where traditional employment would become less stable and people would need to be more entrepreneurial just to make ends meet. The show also predicted the housing crisis, showing episodes where characters struggled to afford homes in their own neighborhoods, where property values would skyrocket beyond the reach of average families, and where multiple generations would be forced to live together out of economic necessity. Airing only days before Super Bowl 26 on January 23, 1992, the episode correctly predicted the victory of the Washington Redskins over the Buffalo Bills. But their economic predictions go far beyond sports betting. They showed us a future where traditional retail would struggle, where online shopping would dominate, and where small businesses would face unprecedented challenges. The inflation concerns that are affecting everyone in 2025? The Simpsons depicted scenarios where everyday items would become luxury purchases, where families would struggle with basic expenses, and where economic inequality would reach extreme levels. What's really remarkable is how the show predicted the psychological impact of economic uncertainty. The stress, the way it would affect family relationships, the political consequences of economic instability, all of it was there in cartoon form, years before it became our reality. Environmental and health predictions. This chapter might be the most sobering one, because The Simpsons has been predicting environmental and health crises with uncomfortable accuracy. The show has depicted everything from pandemic scenarios to climate change effects, often with details that seem impossible to have known at the time. The COVID-19 pandemic wasn't their first health crisis prediction. Episodes from years ago showed scenarios involving global health emergencies, quarantine measures, and the way society would respond to widespread illness. The panic buying, the conflicting information from authorities, even the way people would react to health mandates, it was all there. But 2025 has brought new environmental challenges that The Simpsons also seemed to foresee. Extreme weather events, water shortages, and air quality issues that are affecting major cities worldwide all mirror scenarios depicted in various episodes. The show predicted how climate change would affect daily life, from changes in agriculture to the way people would need to adapt their living situations. They showed us a future where environmental concerns would dominate political discussions and where individual lifestyle choices would be scrutinized for their environmental impact. What's particularly unsettling is how the show predicted the social and economic consequences of environmental issues. The way climate concerns would create new industries, change migration patterns, and affect international relations. All of these themes appeared in The Simpsons long before they became major global concerns. The health technology that's emerging in 2025, from advanced medical devices to new treatment methods, also bears striking resemblances to what we saw in Springfield. The show depicted medical advances that seemed like science fiction at the time, but are now becoming reality. The conspiracy theories and wild speculations. Now let's dive into the really wild stuff. The predictions that have people creating conspiracy theories and elaborate speculation threads online. Some of these are so specific and so unlikely that when they start coming true, it genuinely makes people question reality. Discover the Simpsons' startling prediction for June 30th, 2025. Click to find out what it could mean for the future. Social media platforms are buzzing with speculation about specific dates and events that The Simpsons allegedly predicted for 2025. The real prediction The Simpsons made? That we'd become so obsessed with finding meaning in chaos that we'd create our own prophecies and attribute them to a cartoon. Here's the truth. The Simpsons doesn't predict the future. It understands human nature. This is where we need to be really careful about separating fact from fiction. While The Simpsons has made some genuinely accurate predictions, the internet has also created a cottage industry of people claiming the show predicted events that never actually appeared in any episode. Some fans claim the show predicted specific celebrity deaths, natural disasters, and even lottery numbers. While some of these claims are based on real episodes, others are complete fabrications that spread through social media faster than anyone can fact-check them. The phenomenon itself is fascinating, though. Even if many believe these prediction scenes are simply coincidences, it's hard to deny that some of them are unsettling. People want to believe that there's some sort of pattern or hidden knowledge in the show, and this desire has created an entire subculture of prediction hunters who analyze every episode looking for clues about the future. What's real is that the show's creators have always been incredibly observant about social trends and human behavior. They've taken current problems to their logical extremes, imagined how technology might evolve, and satirized political and cultural trends in ways that often prove remarkably prescient. The line between genuine prediction and retroactive pattern finding has become increasingly blurred, especially as more people look for meaning in an uncertain world. What's still coming in 2025 and beyond? So, what else does The Simpsons have in store for the rest of 2025?
The Simpsons have made spot-on predictions. These are some of them.
Based on episodes that haven't fully come to pass yet, there are some interesting possibilities on the horizon. When we talk about The Simpsons, it's hard not to think about their sharp humor and their almost eerie ability to predict the future. For over 30 years, this cult series has intrigued with its episodes that have become reality. So what do they have in store for us in 2025? The theories abound, and some are particularly surprising. The show has depicted various scenarios involving space exploration, advanced artificial intelligence, and dramatic changes in how we work and live. Some episodes show characters dealing with climate adaptation technologies, new forms of entertainment, and social structures that don't exist yet, but might be emerging. There are episodes that show advanced transportation systems, changes in education that go beyond what we're seeing now, and new forms of communication that could represent the next evolution of social media and digital interaction. And of course, we should be especially wary of any advancement that puts a dangerous weapon in a robot's hands. The show has consistently warned about the potential dangers of technological advancement, particularly around artificial intelligence and automation. The predictions about robot integration into society are particularly relevant as we see more AI and automation in 2025. The show has depicted both positive and negative scenarios for human-robot interaction, and we're starting to see elements of both playing out in real life. Some of the more optimistic predictions involve technological solutions to current problems, while others warn about the potential consequences of becoming too dependent on artificial systems. The cultural impact and its psychological effect on viewers. The accuracy of The Simpsons' predictions has become a cultural phenomenon. What started as a few coincidences has turned into a reputation for uncanny foresight that now shapes how people watch and interpret the show. Social media has only fueled this, with fans dissecting old episodes, creating timelines, and drawing connections to real events. The creators themselves are aware of this dynamic, balancing humor with the constant expectation that every joke could become a prophecy. Other shows have tried to replicate this predictive magic, but none have matched the accuracy or the cultural impact. For The Simpsons, this reputation has become part of its brand, influencing everything from memes to serious academic studies. But there's also something unsettling about watching a cartoon mirror reality so closely. For many, it raises questions about fate, free will, and whether we live in a world more predictable than we'd like to admit. Some fans lean into the mystical side, treating the show like a modern oracle, while others explain it as sharp social observation. Still, when the show nails specific details and dates, it's hard not to feel a chill. The phenomenon has even created confirmation bias, where people actively look for connections, sometimes forcing patterns that aren't really there. Whether seen as a coincidence or prophecy, The Simpsons has become a strange mirror of our collective future. So there you have it, The Simpsons predictions for 2025 that are genuinely coming true. Whether you believe it's a supernatural prophecy or just incredibly insightful social commentary, one thing is undeniable. This animated family from Springfield has an uncanny ability to show us our future. What do you think? Is it just a coincidence? Or is there something deeper going on with The Simpsons' predictive abilities? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more mind-bending content.